it goes back to, you just have to really keep preparing yourself for that, for when that opportunity comes. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
So today, it is a little different in how you get work, but those people that have hustle in them, that are willing to go to the, go and show up, there's there's opportunity.
Once again, having the opportunity to have worked for some real pros, it taught me to do my research. So I would want to work for like Coca Cola, right? And so I would research all the ad agencies that Coca Cola had. They had like 10 different agencies that one did Diet Coke, one did Tab, and they would have all these different agencies. And I would do the research on the client first, Coca Cola, then the ad agency, and see what they were about. And you just, as I was shooting different things, I would shoot something, and a lot of it was great because I was doing like album covers. So if I did Earth, Wind and Fire, I'd make a cool little promo piece, and I would send that around. Oh, he did Earth, Wind and Fire. Everybody loved Earth, Wind and Fire. But I think the thing about it is that it goes back to, you just have to really keep preparing yourself for that, for when that opportunity comes. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that has always been in my head, and I'm like that to this day. And I try to tell people this, and they kind of, you tell people, hey, prepare yourself and be able to go in and do a lot of different things. Like, I know you want to be a DP, you want to be a director of photography, but we don't. I have a director of photography. How are you with them sandbags over there? Take them sandbags and put them on the truck. They're like, man, I said, no, I need you to do sandbags today. A lot of people are not willing to do that. You gotta
So
be.
by doing that, so by lifting those sandbags, what what are they going to get?
They're gonna get experience and knowledge, and they're gonna get another shot from me that I know that they can follow directions. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't ask anybody to do anything on the set that I wouldn't do myself.
Amen.
But a lot of people, they have this preconceived idea that, well, I've done a short film. I said, great, but we're not doing that today. I'm working for this client, and I'm not taking a chance on you. I'm working with the guy that I've been working with for 10 years, and him and I are in lockstep on what we need to do. You'll get your opportunity, maybe, but we want to see what you do with this. Can you do this right now? Something very simple. Just copy these cards, make me 3 backups on them before you reformat the card. And they're like, what? I said, I just need you to log in everything. Oh, I'm a DP. I said, well, I don't need any DPs today. I just need someone to log. And so immediately you find out where that person's coming from.
Serious.
Because
Yes.
they may be ready, but they're not ready for me. They're not ready for me in the way I want to work. And I can't stress that enough, that when I work for these various people, I would have paid them to work for them, because they were superstars at what they did, and I kept my ears open and my mouth shut. And I always came to the set. I learned to come to the set, come to anything early, show up early. If it's 7 o'clock call, get there at 6:30, 6:15, and then always come ready. If you have some ideas, bring a toolbox, bring some work gloves, because you never know what it's going to be. And I don't think it's probably any different nowadays. I think
No,
it's probably
it's
still
not.
like that.
I don't think
You're
so
going to
either.
come in with all your chops. And I think the great thing now, we have technology. We have this wonderful technology that it allows us to be able to. We used to carry around portfolios, or I used to go to places and make up reels. I would shoot a demo reel, and I'd have to go to a duplicate and
yes.
duplicate tapes. We have all this technology now that you just send somebody a link. You have all these things that make it so much easier for people that are trying to get into the business, that you don't have to have the biggest outlay anymore. You don't have to have all the stuff we used to have. But the other side is that, especially in a city like Los Angeles, there's tons of people doing it. There's tons of people doing it.
But not everybody's doing it right or
well. But see, all of that's a matter of opinion, because now it's like, sometimes I have clients telling me, they say, hey Bobby, we want you to come and shoot a branding campaign, and this is going to be for social media, but we don't want it to look too slick. They want it to kind of look like it was shot with a phone. I'm like, So I have to step back for a minute and get into that mode, because they said that if it looks too slick, it looks too professional, the people on social media, they're not going to copy and send around an ad. But if it looks like just a cool shot somewhere, that's what they want. So you never stop learning. That's what I'm doing now. I have to like dummy down some stuff.
But you know how to.
I know how
That's
to do that.
the difference.
Yeah,
you know how to do it because you learn how to do it the right way, so you can.
And I think the other
switch it
thing
out.
is that I think all these industries that we're talking about, I think they're wonderful, because there's nothing like somebody hiring you to do your craft. But the second part of that is you have to learn about business. You have to learn about how to take care of your money, how to collect your money, how to take care of your money, and be straight, so that when them lean days come, you'll have a backup plan.
So let's talk about the money issue,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people of color really have not been taught financial how to take care of yourself
Yeah,
financially.
yeah.
You know, we haven't been taught like, hey, put some money away, do this, do that. How did you learn to take care of your finances?
Well, you learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You learn by the IRS calling you one day and saying, "Hey, remember that 10 grand that you got, or that $1,000 check that you got, and you thought all of it was yours?
Mm-hmm.
At least half of that, we needed that, but we needed it in 75. Now it's 2019.
Interest and penalty.
Right, exactly. So one of the first things that I learned was that being paid as an independent contractor, or whatever you want to call yourself, when you get that whole check, it's not like you're working down at the McDonald's where they take out taxes for you. You have to be in charge of that. So one of the first things that I was told was that, hey, listen, whatever you make, you're going to just chop it in half. Just act like you don't have that other, because you're going to need that. And I don't know anybody in this business, whether they're rich, poor, or indifferent, that hasn't gone through that, where you get that big check and you go out and buy a new car. I've done it. And you go out and buy a new car and you say, you know what, I'll worry about that later on. And later on comes. But I don't know anyone. A lot of the people who gave me that advice, they all went through it, because it's just
What you go through.
Yeah.
There's a trade that you do, or your art, your craft. Equally important, that's 50% of the deal. The equally important is learning how to do business, learning how to collect money, learning how to bid a job properly. And that comes with experience. Fortunately, now there's a lot of organizations in the film industry and that will teach you these. You can join these organizations and they will teach you how to good business practices.
The Actors Fund is one of them.
I think that people really need to take advantage of that and take an opportunity to learn as much as you can. If you want to get into a particular area of the business, take the time and really learn that industry. Learn that industry. Start at the bottom. Do whatever you got to do. Internships, whatever, to learn the industry, because you're gonna go in with that much more knowledge. But I don't know if people have the patience for that nowadays.
But you need it, because no one's going to give you a job if you don't have some kind of skill set. Wanting to be a talent, wanting to be a producer, a director, a filmmaker, you need the experience.
And I think also, like, getting back to, people of color, women, a lot of times we have preconceived thoughts that people don't want to let us in. And that may be true, but you can't let that stop you. When I run into resistance, it just makes me more determined.
Well, we go back to what you said earlier. People don't want to do the work. What I have found, because I hire interns all the time, is that a lot of times I will get a black kid, a Latin kid, and they want to know what am I going to get paid? And I'm saying, well, what you're getting paid is the experience.
It's the experience. They don't
not,
understand.
and I don't tell them I'm paying them, because I want to see
Right.
their character. When they sit across from me at the table, I want to see, do they want it? Because if they start telling me I want a paycheck then I go, oh, okay, well, we don't pay. This is, you know, you get to learn stuff. And then I go, oh, okay. And then that's it, you know, or I'll get somebody who will tell me, and I don't get that from white kids so much, but usually I get it from kids of color.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me, I remember one kid told me, well, I can only work for you 2 hours a week. Because, and I'm thinking, if someone is giving you an opportunity, you should want to do it however long you can, that they're willing to let you be there. Don't cut yourself off. And it's not so much for, you know, getting somebody to work for you for free. This is the business you want to be in, and you want to learn as much as you can. When I started as a teenager, before they had internships, child labor laws, I went to the radio station every day after school, and I was there at least 5 hours a day. Nobody asked me to be there. I planted myself there.
Yeah, you showed
I was
me you're
there
serious.
5 hours. What can I do? And then when I did all my work in the music department, I would go walking down the halls. So what are you doing? Can I help you with something? What does that? So how do you do that? I mean, I learned so many things from the whole radio station, from every department, because I wanted to learn. I didn't even think I was supposed to get money. You know what I mean? I was like happy to be there, and to get. I started out getting $10 a week. And it was basically 2 tokens a day to get there and get back home. I was just so happy to be in the room that it didn't bother me at all. So if someone wants to be a writer and they want to do what you do, to either, you know, either work in music or some kind of writing that is for a newspaper or magazine, how would they get in?
You know, when people ask me this all the time, and they say they want to write, and I say what I always say: if you want to write, whether you want to write novels, whether you want to write magazine articles, whatever you want to do, if you want to write, read. And sometimes they respond with, oh man, I'm thinking you're getting ready to put me down, you're getting ready to put me on, or something. But the ones who really are interested, they will do that. And I will say, if you want to write for newspapers, read the New York Times. If you want to write for magazines, read Vanity Fair. If you want to write novels, read Grisham or whoever you dig, but read someone at the top of their game. And I guarantee you, everything that you read, you're going to learn something from it. To this day, it's hard for me to read because I get nervous. I see how somebody did something. Oh shit! I gotta do this. I mean, I'm gonna, and it's the same with filmmaking. It's the same with musicians. I mean, I used to talk to Prince, and I'd say, man, what do you do after a show? Go back to the hotel and play guitar, because he's inspired himself.